Thank you, Tanya, and thank you so much to the Social Innovation Forum for this evening tonight. Just about an hour away from this room is the city of New Bedford, Massachusetts, one of the poorest urban areas in our state. The Community Economic Development Center works in the near north end of the city, which is one of the poorest neighborhoods in New Bedford. In this neighborhood, nearly half of all residents live under the poverty line. While unemployment statewide is about 5%, in this neighborhood, it tops 18%. And over half of all residents in the neighborhood speak a language other than English at home. But I want to tell you today that this is not the only story about our community. Meet Benedicto Eastchop. Benedicto arrived at the age of 16 from Guatemala, knowing very little English and with little formal education. The CEDC, the Community Economic Development Center, involved Benedicto in our English classes to learn about worker rights, computer skills, and also how to file his taxes. He worked for a number of years on the waterfront before realizing his dream of opening up the first Guatemalan bakery in the city of New Bedford. The CEDC also helped Benedicto become an entrepreneur. We helped Benedicto find a location, set up operations, and how to work through the permitting process through the city of New Bedford. The CEDC allowed Benedicto a pathway to his success. A little later on, Market Basket saw his product and offered him the opportunity to sell wholesale at the grocery chain. And Benedicto's also involved at several different levels with our organization, with neighborhood planning meetings and our merchant association. Benedicto's story is the story of waves of immigrants who've come to New Bedford over the last 200 years. As the granddaughter of immigrants who also shared the same hopes and dreams as Benedicto, I'm so proud to be serving this next generation of new immigrants to the city. The CEDC works with individuals and small businesses in a neighborhood long subject to isolation and disinvestment. Our mission is to be a bridge to allow people the opportunity to allow a bridge to their economic opportunity. The way that we do this is through skill building, community organizing, and neighborhood revitalization. The first way that we address these issues is enabling people to become more active participants in the local economy. Last year, we provided services to 3,500 individual families in the form of English classes, access to health care, and on employment and immigration issues. We also filed more than 1,500 tax returns that generated over $2.9 million that was reinvested into our local economy in the form of refunds and tax credits. Over the past 3 years, we worked with 150 small businesses to launch, stabilize, and grow that helped to create 100 new jobs in the city and also to fill some empty storefronts in the neighborhood. By building the trust and the relationships and working with the community, we're able to identify issues and create some positive solutions. Over the last 3 years, we've involved more than 350 stakeholders in some of our planning meetings, our cleanups, and through our transportation advocacy. As part of our campaign called Bus Riders United, we were successful in restoring night and holiday bus service so that people can get back and forth to work. Our third focus is around neighborhood revitalization. And we've worked on several small projects that develop pride in the neighborhood, such as transforming a vacant lot and turning it into a pocket park, creating a community garden so that neighborhood residents can grow their own produce, And we've worked on several exciting public art projects and community events. All of these small projects help to attract more than $2.5 million in city investment in new lighting, trees, and sidewalks. We've generated an enormous amount of momentum in the last 4 years, but we still have an enormous amount of work to do to build our capacity and to continue on with this important work in New Bedford. What we're hoping to do in the next 2 years is to offer English classes to 225 adult learners, to work with small businesses to create an additional 100 jobs in the neighborhood, to mobilize, recruit, and train 200 volunteers that will be helping out with financial skills, language skills, and job skills for our members. We plan to continue with our public transportation advocacy to improve public safety in the neighborhood through our organizing efforts, and also around access to health care. We have plans to also continue with additional public art projects, improving our community garden, and we have plans in the works for the first Guatemalan Community Festival this summer. Our ultimate goal is an active and vibrant community that gets its fair share of the resources and public services that are available to people in the neighborhood and to offer access to economic opportunities. To do this, we're seeking to raise $550,000 in the next 2 years to help build our staff capacity to continue to work directly with individuals and small businesses, to continue to organize the community and work on revitalization efforts and projects, and also to build our fundraising capacity to enable us to take advantage of some matching tax credits that are available to the CEDC. We really need your support today, and we really welcome the opportunity to talk to you a little bit more about the CEDC and the work that we're doing to impact the lives of the individuals in our neighborhood. And we're hoping that the north end of New Bedford can someday begin to enjoy the type of prosperity that's enjoyed in the rest of the state of Massachusetts. I thank you so much for this opportunity to share a little bit about our story in our neighborhood. Thank you.